today's class, we are going to discuss the IUPAC nomenclature of a bicyclocompounds and also spirocompounds. Bicyclocompounds and spirocompounds. This will be the lecture number 9 of the IUPAC nomenclature. Okay. Now, in bicyclocompounds, what happens? Two carbon atoms will be common to the two rings. Two carbon atoms will be common to the two rings, and these two carbon atoms are referred as a bridged head carbon atoms. And each bond or each chain of the carbon atoms which connect the bridge head, that atoms are known as a bridge head atoms. And the bridge may containing either no carbon atom, zero carbon atom, one carbon atom, or two carbon atom, etc. What is the meaning of this one? Suppose here I am taking the one bridged bicyclocompound. Now here these two carbon atoms will be the common carbon atoms of two rings. Here there are two rings are there. This will be the one ring and this will be the another ring. So there are two rings are there, and these two rings will be joined at a two common carbon atoms. And these two carbon atoms nothing but the bridged head carbons. They are known as what? Bridge head carbon atoms. Yes or no? So two cycles, two rings, when they join with the help of a two common carbon atoms. Okay, so this structure is nothing but this structure. Both structures are resemble. Okay, and these carbon atoms which are connected both the rings common, that carbon atoms are referred as a bridged head carbon atoms. Bridge head carbon atoms. Yes or no? Now, how to numbering the carbon atoms in the bridged head, otherwise bicyclo compounds? First of all, we have to take the number 1 to the any one of the bridged head carbon. Suppose here two bridge head carbons will be there. So you take any one of the bridged head carbon atom as a number 1. As a number 1. Okay. And the numbering will be started from the any one of the bridged head carbon atom, and the numbering will be continuously following the longest bridge. After that we have to go for numbering of longer bridge, and finally we have to complete the numbering in the shortest bridge. Are you getting my pen? Here what is the meaning of longest, longer and shortest bridge? Suppose here you see, so this is the one bridge head carbon atom, here 1 2, in between 1 2, here there are two carbon atoms will be present in this bridge. Here this is the first carbon, this will be the second carbon. Okay, come to the right side also, you see there are two carbon atoms are connected here. So here there are two carbon atoms, and finally here one bridge is there. Here in between the 1 2 there is only one carbon atom is present. So we have to go the numbering from the longest possible carbon chain to the longer possible, and finally to the shortest bridge. Yes or no? Shortest bridge. That means suppose if I have structure like this, now here what happens? Any one of the bridge head carbon we have to take as a number 1. So let's suppose this will be the number 1. Next to come to right side bridge, we have two carbon atoms here, whereas the left side bridge has only one carbon, and in between 1 and 2 there will be no carbon, that is the 0 carbon. Here left side will be one carbon, in between left side and right side there is one more middle bridge will be there, where the number of carbon atoms will be 0. So where the maximum number of carbons in the bridge, that will be the 2 carbons, excluding the bridged head carbons. Excluding the bridged head carbons, only 2 carbons. So we have to go to the numbering to the longest bridge. Are you getting my point? 1 2 3 4, and next to go for the longer bridge, this will be the 5, and after that the shortest bridge. Yes or no? Now how to write the IUPAC name? We know first of all we have to write the secondary prefix, that is the name of a substitution, and after that we have to write the primary prefix. Here primary prefix for bicyclocompounds we can use bicyclo. After that in the square bracket we have to write the X, Y, Z. I will tell you what are X, Y, Z. And then we know word root, that is the total number of carbon atoms in the parent chain. After that primary suffix, that will be unsaturation, ENE, in case of double bond, YNE in case of a triple bond. And last and final will be the secondary suffix which corresponding to the functional group. Okay. Now what is the meaning of here XYZ? What is the meaning of here XYZ? XYZ are the number of carbon atoms. What are the XYZ? They are the number of carbon atoms present in the bridges in the decreasing order. In the decreasing order. That means in this case you see on the right side bridge there are 2 carbon atoms are there. So that's why I am taking this is the X. On the left hand side only 1 carbon is there. I am taking this is the number of carbons Y. And in between left and right there is a one more bridge will be there where the number of carbon atoms will be 0. So that means here the Z value 0, here the X value 2, here the Y value 1. So what will be the descending order? 2, 1, 0. So that carbon atoms will be put in the square bracket. Yes or no? So here we have some examples. The first example you see, this is a simple bicyclo. Here any 2 carbon atoms, you take the number 1 and number 2. Okay. So as you wish, you take any carbon, bridged head carbon as a number 1. Okay. Are you getting my point? Let's suppose here I am taking this one is the bridged head carbon 1, next to go to 2, next to go to the 3. Okay. Next to longer bridge will be again left side bridge. And in between 1, 3 there is no any carbon atoms. So no need to give the numbering. Are you getting my pen? So first of all we have to write the bicyclo. After that in the square bracket we have to write the decreasing order of number of carbon atom in the bridges. Left side bridge if you see 1 carbon is there. On the right side there is a 1 carbon, but 1, 3 there will be no any carbon, that is a 0 carbon. So decreasing order we have to write 1, 1, 0. 1, 1, 0. Are you getting my point? 1, 1, 0. Now total how many carbons are there? 4 carbons are there. That's why word root will be but and secondary prefix will be ane, that will be the butane. Yes or no? Now come to this example. Example number 2. Here there will be a 1 carbon in the left side bridge, 1 carbon will be in the right side bridge, and 1 carbon will be in the middle bridge. Okay. Take the numbering from anywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Total 5 carbons are there. So shall I write bicyclo, and what are the XYZ values? All are same. So that's why 1, 1, 1. And next to total how many carbons are there? 5 carbons are. That's why we are writing pentane. That's why we are writing what? Pentane. And next example, you take the any bridged head carbon. Let's suppose this is the first carbon, and go to the anti-clockwise direction, because in the left side bridge you have the 2 carbon atoms, whereas in the right side bridge only 1 carbon atoms. So that's why I am going to the numbering in the longest bridge, that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, and next will be the longer bridge, that will be the right side bridge. And the shortest bridge will be 1, 2, 4, but there is no any carbon atom between 1 and 2, so need not to give the numbering. So that's why I am writing here bicyclo. I am writing here bicyclo. On the left hand side 2 carbon atoms are there in the bridge. On the right side bridge only 1 carbon, and in between 1 and 4 there is no any bridged carbon. In between 1, 4 bridged head carbons there is no any carbon atom. So that's why I am writing the 0. Total 5 carbons are there. So that's why this is a pentane. This is what? Pentane. Okay. And next one will be the here any bridged head carbon taken as a 1, 2, this will be 3, this will be 4, next to continuation 5, next to continuation 6. So this is written as a bicyclo. So left side 2 carbons, right side 2 carbons, and in between 1 and 4 there is a 0 carbon. That's why I am writing 2, 2, 0. 2, 2, 0. Total how many carbons are there? 6 carbons are there. That's why I am writing hexane. I am writing hexane. Now the next one you see. So this will be the bridged head carbons. Take the any carbon as a number 1. So both the structures are same structures. So I am taking this is the bridged head carbon 1, and go to the longest bridge, that will be 2, next to 3, next to 4, next to 5, next to 6, and next to last one will be the 7th carbon, because the in between 1 and 4 the middle bridge has only 1 carbon. That's why the numbering will be from the longest bridge to the longer bridge, and finally to the shorter bridge. Okay. Now I am writing this is as a bicyclo. In the left side bridge you see 2 carbons are there, right side bridge also you have 2 carbons are there, but in the middle bridge only 1 carbon is there. That's why I am writing bicyclo 2 to 1. Total how many carbons are there? 7 carbons are there. That's why I am writing heptane. Yes or no? And next question number 6. So these two are the bridged head carbons. Left side bridge has the 4 carbon atoms, right side bridge has 4 carbon atoms, 1 2 3 4. Right side bridge has only 2 carbons, but the middle bridge has 0 carbons. So that's why overall I am writing 1 2 3. I am giving the numbering 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So total shall I write bicyclo. Left hand side 4 carbons are there in the bridge, right hand side 2 carbons are there, and in the middle bridge that will be in between 160 carbons are there. So that's why bicyclo 420, total 8 carbons are there. That's why I am writing octane. Yes or no? Octane. Okay. Now next here this is a bridge head carbon and this is also bridge head carbon. Take the any one carbon as a number 1 and give the numbering to the longest bridge, that will be 2 3 4 5 6, and next longer bridge will be continuation 7 8 and 9. Okay, so that's why what I am writing here, bicyclo. In the left hand side there are 4 carbon atoms, on the right hand side 3 carbon atoms, in the middle bridge only 0 carbon, that is no carbon atoms. So that's why bicyclo 430. Total how many carbons are there? 9 carbons are there. That's why I am writing nonane. Okay. Now question number 8. In this question number 8, these 2 carbons are known as a common carbon atoms. That's why they are bridged head. So in both the sides, if you see, equal number of carbons will be there. So you can take the numbering from any direction and from any direction. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 carbons. So that's why I am writing bicyclo. So 440, bicyclo 440 decane. Total 10 carbons are there, decane. Okay. Now in the question number 10, there will be one substitution is there. There is a one substitution is there. First of all, identify the bridge head carbons and take the number 1 to any bridge head atom. Here we should not see the position of the substitution, we should not see the position of the functional group, we should not see the position of the unsubstitution. Only we have to see the bridge head carbon. Any one of the bridge head carbon is taken as a 1. Next to go to the longest bridge, that will be 2. Next to 3, next to 4, next to 5. Okay. Next you have next to one more bridge in which 2 carbons are there. So 6, this will be 7, and last will be the shortest bridge, that will be the 8th. Are you getting my pen? Once again I am repeating. First of all, go for the longest bridge. So you can take here this is 1, otherwise this is 1. Okay. If you take this is 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now in this bridge if you see only 1 carbon, but in this bridge what happens, 2 carbons are there. That's why we are going to the next 5, 6, 7, 8, and finally 5, 6, 7, and finally this will be the 8th. Okay. So shall I write the 8 chloro, because the secondary prefix 8 chloro. Next one will be bicyclo. On the right side bridge there is a 1 2 3, 3 carbons are there. In the middle bridge 2 carbons are there, and the left side bridge only 1 carbon is there. That's why 3 2 1. Total 8 carbons are there. That's why I am writing the word root oct and secondary prefix an, octane. Yes or no? And next question number 10. In this question number 10, we have to take the any one of the bridge head carbon atoms as a number 1. As a number 1. Are you getting my point? As a number 1. So here I am taking the number 1 because in the next carbon if you see there is a functional group is there. So that's why I am giving the next number to the carboxylic group containing carbon. So I am not giving this carbon as a 1 because next carbon has no any substitution. Of course left side you have pi bond, double bond is there, but still we have the functional group priority. So the next to lowest locant should be, lowest set of number should be always given to the functional group only. Yes or no? So that's why I am giving the number 1 lower bridge head carbon, next to number 2 right side carbon, which is a carboxylic group containing carbon. Okay, 2. Next to this will be 3, next to 4, next to this will be 5, this will be 6, and finally this is the 7 carbon. Are you getting my point? So overall the molecule has the IUPAC name 7-chloro. On the 7th position chlorine is there. 7-chloro bicyclo, 7-chloro bicyclo. What is the XYZ value? 2 to 1. Bicyclo 2 to 1. Total how many carbons are there? 7 carbons are there. Hept. There is a double bond in between 5 and 6. That's why I am taking the 5 in. I am taking the 5 in. Okay. On the second position there is a carboxylic group is there. When the carboxylic group carbon is not included in the parent chain, we will give a special suffix known as a carboxylic acid. Known as a what? Carboxylic acid. Yes or no? Now, in the question number 11, consider the any one of the bridged head atom as a number 1. Let's suppose I am taking the number 1. And left side, if you see, longer bridge will be there. That's why I am going to second carbon. This is the numbering 3rd. This will be 4th, 5th. And there will be 6th carbon. This is not the 6th carbon. I am giving the preference to 6th carbon, which containing the methyl substitution. And finally, this will be the 7th carbon. Yes or no? Now, this name will be the 3-bromo 6-methyl 3-bromo 6-methyl bicyclo 3 left side bridged carbon atoms 3, right side bridged carbon atoms are only 2, and in between 1 and 5 there will be no carbon. Remember, only we have to consider the bridged carbons, not the bridged head carbons. Bridged head carbons will be 1, 5 always common. Okay, we should not include them. Okay, so 3-bromo 6-methyl bicyclo 320, total 7 carbons are there. So that's why I am writing heptane. Now, question number 12. In this question number 12, here this will be the bridged head carbon atoms. Okay, which bridged head carbon, which bicycle has maximum number of carbons? Left side. So that's why left side bridge I am giving the number 1 here. Next to number 2 will be going to the double bonded carbon, and next number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. Are you getting my point? So number 7 and number 8. Okay, so shall I write 8-chloro bicyclo 8-chloro bicyclo, left side 4 carbons, right side 2 carbons, in between 1 and 6 0 carbons, 4 2 0. So total 8 carbons are there. Oct, and second carbon there is a ene, that means 2 ene, 2 octene or oct 2 ene. Yes or no? Question number 13. In the question number 13, so first of all we have to consider the any one of the bridged head carbon atoms as a number 1. So here I am giving the number 1 because the next carbon here you have the substitution ethyl, and next to go to the 3rd one, next to 4th one, this is the 5th, this will be 6th, and last one 7. So there is a 7th position chloro. So alphabetical order, chlorine will first comes, and second carbon ethyl is there. 7-chloro 2-ethyl bicyclo. Here the left side 2 carbons, right side bridge 2 carbons, in between left side, right side, in between 1 and 4 only 1 carbon is there. Total 7 carbons are there. That's why I am writing heptane. Okay. Question number 14. In the question number 14, consider the any one of the bridged head carbon. This is nothing but the methyl substitution. It is also methyl and it is also methyl. Okay. Now, here I am taking the first carbon because in the next position you have the keto functional group. That's why I am giving the methyl group containing carbon at the bridged head as a number 1. Second carbon, number 2, keto carbon, that is the C double bond functional group. This will be the 3rd carbon, 4th carbon, 5th, sixth, and this will be the seventh carbon. Yes or no? So here total on the first position 1 methyl is there, seventh position 2 methyls are repeated, that's why the numbering will be repeated twice. Total 3 methyl groups are there, that's why I am writing 1, 7, 7 trimethyl. Total how many carbons are there? 7 carbons are there, hept. And on the second position one, that will be the 2 heptanone or hept2-one. And last one more question is there, that will be the question number 15. In the question number 15, so these two are the bridged head carbon atoms. So give the number 1 to the any bridged head carbon and count the numbering continuously towards the longest bridge, followed by longer bridge, and finally shorter bridge. So this will be the second carbon, this will be third, this will be fourth, fifth, this is sixth, seventh, eighth, and this will be the ninth carbon. Okay. So these two are nothing but the methyl substitutions. Methyl substitutions. On the ninth position, 2 methyl groups are there. That's why 9, 9 dimethyl. 9, 9 dimethyl. Bicyclo. On the left side, there are 4 carbon atoms. On the right hand side bridge, only 2 carbon atoms. In between left side, right side, that is in between 1 and 6, there is a 1 carbon. 4, 2, 1. Total 9 carbons are there. That's why I am writing the nonane. That's why I am writing what? Nonane. Yes or no? Now, there is a one more topic is there. That is the IUPAC nomenclature of a spiro compounds. What is the meaning of a spiro compounds? So those organic molecules in which two rings are sharing only one carbon atom. When 2 rings are sharing only one atom, such compounds are known as a spiro, otherwise spirocyclic compounds. And the atom which is common to both the rings is known as a spiroatom. Here you see, this is the left side ring containing the 3 carbons. This is the right side ring, it is also containing the 3 carbons. But both the rings have only one carbon atom common. That atom is known as a spiroatom, and the compound is known as a spiro compound. This compound is known as which compound? Spiro compound. Okay. Spiro compounds naming will be written as a prefix spiro, then followed by the square bracket containing the number of carbon atoms in the increasing order. So in case of a bicyclo, we have to write the decreasing order, but in case of a spiro, we have to write the increasing order of carbon atoms in the each ring connected to the spiroatom, then name of the hydrocarbon, that is the word root. The IUPAC name will be consisting of number 1 secondary prefix, nothing but the name of the substitution. Next one, primary prefix, nothing but spiro. In between, after spiro, there is a square bracket. We have to write the square bracket x and y. Okay. And next after that, word root, next to primary suffix, and then secondary suffix. What are the x and y? Here x and y are the increasing number of carbon atoms in the rings. Increasing order of number of carbon atoms in the rings. Okay. Now, I am taking the first example here. You see, this is which atom? Spiroatom. Okay. So this atom is not first of all consider. Apart from other than this atom, take any one ring. Let's suppose I am taking this is the first atom. Go to the next atom. And after that, come to the spiroatom, and next to fourth one, and next to fifth one. Here there is no any ambiguity giving the numbering, because there is no any substitution, unsaturation or functional group. If substitution, unsaturation, functional group will be there, then we have to give the numbering to the lowest set of locant. But the thing will be, the first number will be given to the any one of the ring. That should be the smaller ring. Are you getting my point? Then after that, come to the spiroatom, then go for the numbering to the larger ring. So here simply we can say one prefix spiro. Okay. In the square bracket, left side has 2 carbon atoms, right side also has 2 carbon atoms. Spiro 2, total carbons are 5. So that's why I am writing pentane. Now in this case also, give the numbering to the any one ring, 1, 2, 3. Come to the spiroatom 4, next to 5, 6, 7, clockwise or anti-clockwise, because there are equal number of carbon atoms, okay, in both the sides. So this is known as a spiro. In the left side ring 3 carbons, right side ring also 3 carbons, so there will be no any increase decreasing, just we are writing the 3 carbon atoms in the square bracket. And finally total how many carbons are there? 7. That's why I am writing heptane. And next one, question number 3. In this question number 3, this is the spiroatom. Now which ring will be larger? Left side ring, and smaller will be right side. So first of all we have to always start the numbering from the smaller ring. So that's why 1, 2, 3, and then connect the spiroatom 4. Next 5, 6, 7, 8. Total 8 carbons are there. So I am writing spiro. Left side ring has the 4 carbon atoms, right side ring has the 3 carbon atoms. We have to write the increasing order. Remember, we have to write the increasing order. Total 3, 4. Okay. Now total carbon atoms will be 8. That's why I am writing here octane. And next one will be the question number 4. Here you see, in this is the spiroatom. First of all, go for the numbering of the smaller size ring. This will be 1, this will be 2. Next to spiroatom 3. You can do clockwise or anti-clockwise. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here 7 carbons are there. So I am writing spiro. So right side has only 2 carbons and left side has how many carbons? 4 carbons. Spiro 2, 4. Total 7 carbons are there. Heptane. Total 7 carbons are there. Heptane. Okay. Next to 5th question. In the 5th question also, this is the spiroatom. So here no need to give the numbering because there will be no any substitution. Okay. If there is any substitution, functional group, unsaturation, definitely we have to give the numbering. So simply we can write spiro. So left side ring has 5 carbons, right side also has 5 carbons. Total 10 carbons are there. That's why we are writing total how many carbons are there here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 carbons are there. Here 11 carbons are there. Total how many carbons are there? 11 carbons are there. 11 carbons are there. That's why I am writing undecane. Now here there is a unsaturation is there. First of all, identify the spiroatom and go for the first numbering towards the smaller size. Smaller size ring will be the left side. This will be number 1. Why I am giving the number 1 here? Because there is a unsaturation. This will be number 2, number 3, number 4, and come to the spiroatom number 5. And I am giving the number 6 to the double bonded carbon atom, and next to 7, 8, 9, 10. Total 10 carbon atoms will be there. So what I am writing here? Spiro. Okay. So smaller carbon atom 4, next to larger carbon atoms will be 5. Spiro 4, 5, deca. So there is a 2 double bonds are there. That's why diene, and the location will be 1, 6. 1, 6 diene. 1, 6 diene. Next to question number 7. In this question number 7, here also substitutions are there. So first of all, identify the spiroatom and ignore the spiroatom. Go to the smaller size ring. So the smaller size ring here will be the left size ring. That means 5-member ring. 1, 2, 3, 4. Spiroatom 5. Go to here in clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. Clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. 6, next to 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Total how many carbons are there? 10 carbon atoms are there. So here what I am writing, on the 6th position, on the 10th position, on the 8th position, total there are 4 substitutions are there. So what I am writing here, 6, 8, 8, because the locants will be repeated twice on the 8th carbon. That's why I am writing the position of carbon number 8 twice. 6, 8, 8, 10. There is a one more substitution is there on the 10th position. Total 4 equivalent substitutions are there. That's why I am writing the tetra. What is the substitution here? Methyl, CH3. 6, 8, 8, 10 tetra methyl. Okay. Next I am writing the spiro. So small carbon atoms will be left hand side 4 carbon atoms and right side 5 carbon atoms. Okay. Total number of carbon atoms will be 10. That's why I am writing the decane. I am writing what? Decane. Next to question number 8. In this question number 8, this is the spiroatom. So first give the numbering to the smaller size ring. So this will be 1, and next go to 2, and the third atom will be the spiroatom. Then give the clockwise or anti-clockwise in the right side ring. So because right side ring, the double bonds will be present at the equivalent position. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes or no? The compound name will be 1, 2 dimethyl. 1, 2 dimethyl. Next I am writing spiro. So here left side 2 carbons are there, and right side in the ring 5 carbons will be there. So that's why 2, 5. Okay. Spiro 2, 5 in the bracket. Total how many carbons will be there here? Total how many carbons will be there here? 8 carbons are there. So octa. So there are 2 double bonds are there. That's why the location will be 4, 7 diene. Octa 4, 7 diene. Next to question number 9. In this question number 9, what is the spiroatom? This is the spiroatom. So which ring will be smaller, left side or right side? Left side, because left side ring has 4 carbons, right side has 5 carbons, including the spirocarbon. So I am giving the number 1 here because double bond is there. Next number 2, next number 3, number 4 spiro, next to number 5 here. I am giving in clockwise direction because the double bond work gets the lowest number 5, 6, 7 and 8. This is the question number 9. Here spiro, what I am writing here? Spiro. Left side will be 3 carbon atoms and right side will be 4 carbon atoms. Spiro 3, 4. Total how many carbons are there? 8 carbons are there. That's why octa, otherwise oct. Double bond will be in between 1, 2. That means 1 ene, and there is a functional group C double bond work ketone. That's why I am writing the one, 6 one. Oct 1 ene and 6 one. Okay. Now here the question number 11. In this question number, here question number 10 is there. So this will be the question number 11, and this will be the question number 10. So this will be the question number 10. In this question number 10, we have to give the numbering. So this is the bridge, spiroatom, and give the numbering here. So from 2 rings will have the same size. So but the right side ring has the nearest locant to the double bond. That's why I am giving the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the spiro. And next I am giving the in anti-clockwise direction because the double bond will be gets the nearest location 8, 9, 10 and 11. Are you getting my pen? So here on the 3rd position and 9th position 2 methyl groups are there. That's why I am writing 3, 9 dimethyl. 3, 9 dimethyl. So both the rings will have 5 carbon atoms excluding the spiroatom, and total how many carbons? 11 carbons are there on deck. And also there is a double bond is there in between 1, 2. That's why I am taking the 1. In between 8, 9. That's why I am taking the 8. 1, 8 diene. 1, 8 diene. Yes or no? And last one more question is there. Here this is the spiroatom. Go for the smaller size ring 1. This will be 2 because the nearest location will be chlorine, should be 2nd position. 3, 4, spiro 5, and go for the anti-clockwise direction so that you will get the double bond nearest position. Are you getting my pen? Total how many carbons are there? 10. So on the 2nd position chlorine is there. So 2 chloro. Next to spiro. So here left side ring has the total 5 carbons excluding the spiro, and right side has the 4 carbon atoms. So increasing order we have to write. So that's why 4, 5. Total how many carbons are there? 10. So there is a double bond is there on the 6th position. So 6 deca, or the otherwise dec 6 in 6 decene. 6 decene.